All right. So just I have mentioned few list of inventories. Obviously, inline banner ads is what everyone knows about. That we want to put that from traditional print system where we talk about banner ads, or mostly driven by the government or private ads. Again, the banner ads in your websites, inline banner ads we call them. Right. That is what everyone is knows about. So I'm not going to talk about that because that I believe everyone who's in digital should be knowing. Other good ad formats which I mentioned few of them here is Roadblocker ad, Sidekick ads, flying carpet ad, pop-up sticky jacket ads, slider ads. Why I wanted to cover all these ad format is, one, we need to understand what all different engagement formats for your basically ads, programmatic ads, how differently you can engage your user. Two, understanding the impact it can create on your revenues. You need to understand whether a banner ad will give you more revenue for particular banner or particular ad, or a roadblocker ad, or a sidekick ad, or different formats, right? So idea of all these ads is to either, I mean, increase ultimately your revenues by either incorporating multiple ads in a single ad units, incorporating a bigger ad unit to a small area, incorporating an ad which creates out of the box impact like in the form of pop-up, or creating a full size ad before user can land to website. You would see a lot of times, I would see guys like Times of India, NDTVs will have this kind of ads. So I'm just showing you the snapshot of each of these ads one by one. So recently, roadblocker ads look something like this. If you open a website, you will see a full screen ad which will be running to you for 10 to 15 seconds, 30 seconds, based on a countdown timer, and it will auto close. This is like one of the most performing ads for people, but it has an impact on your or users engagement as well. A user which is who's actually forced to look at this ad without closing it. There are a couple of publishers who will put a roadblocker ad with a skip button. Then there are publishers who will force you. It is more like on YouTube you get an ad where you can skip that, and then there are an ad which says no, your video will play after 2 minutes. So similarly, you can have a roadblocker kind of ad in your websites as well. This is one of the highest impacting ad which can give you revenues. I highly not recommend this for programmatic ads. I would recommend this for your private ads where you can really mint money from your brand kind of ads for this kind of things.
Yeah, so one use case is we are looking at one of our portals coming in Tupaki, who actually gets a lot of ads from the market for uh, new movie releases in this thing, where impression based count is high, and they definitely want some kind of engagement from the client, right? So for that, where you have to ensure that there's a huge engagement impression as well as definite click through for that, this is a very well recommended ad unit for that.
Yeah, and this ad units basically have an 100% fill rate.
Yes.
Because it will come every time you open a website, and people actually can target these roadblocker ad based on segments also. That applies actually to every kind of ad. For example, if you're running a website which has some entertainment segment and not the entire website is entertainment, so you would probably want to have a roadblocker ad only on the landing pages which are related to entertainment and not on the entire website. But again, depends on your individual's ad choices. Yeah.
Good.
Second is Sidekick ad. This is an interesting ad format, and this is used by not just ads, even with the this push notification people as well. I have seen one of our publishers using Izoto.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of our publishers using Izoto are having this Izoto subscription pop up coming like a Sidekick ad. So essentially, what Sidekick ad does to you is it will take out your screen, half of the screen, and present that entire ad half of the screen. So it is a half, you can call it half roadblocker as well. Your half of the screen is still accessible, but the sidekick ad will take a prominence, push in, and automatically goes off. You can see this ad in action. Couple of our publishers as well. I have seen this in India Today. I've seen this in
So
NTV. Yeah.
there is also this is also called as an expansion ad
Yeah.
in this thing. This is if you actually go to premium ad advertisers, they actually
Yeah,
work on
we
this
call
as
it
well
sidekick ad, they call
for
it sidebar ads.
expansion
There are
sidebars.
multiple
Yep.
names, and it function in multiple formats. One format of this is it pushes the content to left, entire website to left and take the space. Some places people may want it to overlap as well, where they will say that let this ad overlap the content half, and people can still engage with the half content. So this is another very engaging format of the ad and can generate good revenues for your promotions. Third is called flying carpet ad. This was initially introduced by Google AMP, but then people have created this format to non-AMP places as well. And idea of this ad inventory is to serve a bigger vertical ad on a small space. So as an user or as a publishers, for me the space is very important in the terms of width and height. So I cannot have an ad inventory which is say 300 by 600 covering the entire screen. So when as a user I go to website and see the entire screen covered by ad, I will not like that content or website. So this was a format where as an user when I scroll there's a certain piece visible and that rolls over the ad content. So when you scroll you get to see all the ad, more like a parallax effect where you get to see the ad. So actual ad inventory takes that standard medium rectangle size which is 300 250, but you can render 300 600 or other bigger vertical ad formats here. Very effective for this flying carpet is very effective for your flying that big vertical ad, they call it flying scrapers or things like that.
Skyscraper ads and
Skyscraper and all, you can
skyscraper ads
put
and
that.
300 into 600.
Yeah,
Anything about
300
that?
600.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a which way of, and it
Yeah.
also looks good on mobile.
Yeah.
When the person is reading, there is some of your
The
content
experience,
already out
yeah,
there,
the
and this looks good on mobile.
experience is very good.
Yeah.
Other is we call it people will be aware with this called sticky ads or pop-up ads. In this screenshot I'm showing both the ads. This is from one of our publishers called Malay Malar. So you can have sticky ads. These are again pretty much roadblocker ads, but they are not blocking the entire user experience. They are showing you what is there on website, ability to close you that ad. There are sticky ads and pop-up ads. So pop-up ads generally will appear for certain period of time and auto disappear. Sticky ad suddenly stays on your screen, and sticky ad is the highest performing ad unit which is used by across the publishers because it stick to your screen, it has 100% visibility, and it is very close to your thumb. So when as you are having mobile users, you need to have all the things. When I'm holding a mobile, things which are very close to my phone are basically the sticky ad units. So this is one of the highest, but not I would say the highest performing ad units across in the market right now.
And to add a note onto this, there are a lot of vendors out there who give you JS based ads, and they can easily place a sticky ad on top in your this thing based on the position of the screen, right? But you should be very careful. This is the most performing ad unit in your website, and how much you kind of deal you have for a sticky ad unit with your vendor.
Yeah.
That is very important for you.
The expectation
Yes.
from this ad unit is to earn at least 3 to 4 times of compared to your regular banner ads coming in between content or
Yes.
after content.
At
If
least
you are not getting
twice
that
to
kind
thrice,
of
yes.
revenue from this ad unit from an advertisers, reach out to your advertiser and ask them why that is not happening.
Yes. So this is one. Then we talk about
Slider
ads.
ad. So essentially, slider is ads. Idea of slider ad is when I have multiple inventories and less number of spaces. So I'm having say 5 inventories to be placed at one position only. I cannot have one inventory one after other in linear format. So I can create a slider ad. uh, this can be done either in the your HTML code itself, ad code itself, where you can create a slider and run through multiple inventories. If you look at AdSense or if you look at other AdX platforms, they have this functionality inbuilt in the ads where one ad will load and it will auto refresh after 5 seconds. Rather than being in slider, they use a fade in fade out mechanism, but we can also build a slider mechanism where we can just keep sliding between the ads and put multiple inventories. So idea of slider ads to accommodate multiple ads with less number of inventories.
Again, this works very good for your own personal. Like if you have got 3 or 4 ads from different clients, you can actually get impressions on all and then put them all into the same slider when you're optimizing on your space. So that is actually something which you can give. But not that you're not cheating on the brand or anything. It is more about that we are getting visibility, trying to split that particular thing to multiple brands out there. Right? So now that we have looked at some of this thing, again, this is not an exhaustive list of all the
Yeah,
ads. Again, these
we
are some
talked
things
about mostly the one of
the
the most popular ad units
which are
which
used
we,
and
yeah,
which have created some kind of a difference for a
difference
couple
for
of our
people.
publishers. So that's
Yeah.
why we share this with you.